What's going on, my broskies? My name is Toadski, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. Currently, it is the championship of Pirate Rumble of this current season with Rayleigh, and today we're going to be covering Yamato in Pirate Rumble. This unit is going to be very good, not only in the regular 6-star form, but also in the 6-star plus variation when that eventually arrives. And when it does arrive, I'll make sure to bring a video with that character. But let's go ahead and talk about the character in their entirety, currently in their 6-star form, and then we're going to jump into some content today. So here we have Yamato. Now, Yamato's passive is going to state that your int characters get level 5 attack. However, every time this character does any piece of damage, whether it be from a regular attack or from their special ability, it will go ahead and give your int characters level 2 attack, and that can stack 5 times. So once you get to the final attack, this character can actually give your int characters up to level 15 attack by itself, which is crazy because the special ability of the character is a multiplier times their attack, which obviously takes into account their attack value. This special ability will target enemies in a medium range for a 100% chance to halve their stats for 20 seconds, and then it will target 2 enemies for 4.5 times this character's attack, which is absurd, by the way, and then enemies in a large range are inflicted with level 7 attack down for 10 seconds. A very powerful special ability, and the fact that it will always target 2 characters mean that it's always going to hit. Like, it's never going to whiff, unlike characters that have a certain range. Sometimes those attacks do have a chance to miss, which obviously does suck. This character also completely evades action bind and helps us reduce damage against Psy enemies. But this is the team that we're bringing today. I'm not really too sure how good it's going to be in general. I think the partner with Yamato and Moria together is incredibly strong. We're also using Versus Whitebeard, which I haven't actually really used that much, so I'm hoping today we're able to use him and also kind of give him a mini showcase as well. But the idea of the team is to be extremely tanky. Once one character gets knocked out, Anaru takes their place, giving our team extreme tankiness again, and then towards the end of the match we can bring in Sober Mask to kind of just clean up the rest. That's the idea here, and also reducing the enemy stats with Moria and also with Yamato. It should be pretty useful in this fight as well. Versus Big Mom and Moria together are both CT increases, which is going to be nice for the team. And then Jozu is kind of like a last unit I wanted to put in here because I really wish I had PvP Re-Recruit Smoker. He's an incredible unit. He would have been a nice addition for this team. Unfortunately, don't have him. But that is definitely who I would have instead of Jozu for sure. But without further ado, guys, let's go ahead now and jump into some matches. So I saw this team and I'm actually really curious as to how good or bad this team actually is. So it's a driven team. Obviously the Fire Tank Pirates are a very annoying defensive team to deal with, and then V3 Blackbeard on top of that is quite annoying. We also see that there is the Fujitora, who's very notorious for his health cuts. Doflamingo is extremely tanky as well. I don't remember exactly what Pika does. I think he does target lock on himself, and then also Whitebeard. So after we do kill them, when Whitebeard comes in, he's going to be annoying to deal with as well. But this is the thing, is that we're kind of running a more defensive style team. We are kind of aiming to take the fight out to as long as possible, and then once the fight reaches, you know, that 30 seconds or less when enemies' defenses are much lower, that's when we can kind of capitalize, especially with Sober Mask on the bench. But I'm not really too sure how this is going to go here, and you see that Yamato will continuously activate throughout the quest, giving our characters continuous +2 attack every time that they attack. Whitebeard's kind of nice here. He gives an attack defense buff and also a 10% health cut, and once the timer reaches 50% or less, he starts to do damage with his special. He does the health cut and then 1 times his attack in a range. So here we go with Yamato. We're going to halve stats and do 10k? Yo, that's crazy. That's actually wild. And now look, all the enemies have half stats, even though they actually have a lot of HP. Halving all of their stats, man, is super good. And you see the action bind coming in there from Blackbeard. You know, at least we got our specials to launch first. That's actually kind of annoying that both Jozu and Big Mom were hit with that action bind. I would ideally like Yamato to stay alive for a little bit longer so that we can get her to actually, you know, stay up and use her special again, because it's such an incredibly powerful special. Moria did use his special a little early. You see the health cut coming in from Fujitora. But now we got Big Mom. Big Mom is definitely a lot better once time progresses throughout the quest, but we did actually get the KO there, and a bit of fixed damage, bit of defense there from Jozu, but now Whitebeard has come in. At least his CT isn't quite ready yet, but that can be a little bit of a problem when he does launch that special. Yamato is very close to going down, so hopefully, yes, we actually will get another special activation. Let's go. Yo, that was nearly 20k. It was like 17k. Dude, that is absolutely insane. Alright, and now we're just left with Fire Tank Pirates. Dude, it's over. That is crazy. And then we got Whitebeard coming in, health cut, defense, attack, and then doing damage as well. That is incredible to see how much damage Yamato was doing there, dude. Holy crap. Especially when you like counter in the fact that, you know, you're getting attack every single time Yamato does damage. Whitebeard will continuously buff our attack every time he launches his special ability. So you can see that Yamato is going to be a pretty impressive unit to deal with in PvP. That was an incredible showing so far. That was really, really good. Alright, so I saw this one, and this is a bit of a weird one, but it is essentially a Roger Odin slasher team, but for some reason we have Akainu here as well. Not really too sure what to expect for this one, but let's go ahead and jump into it. Now, I also kind of wanted to showcase against a side team, but the thing is Wano Law is such a pain to deal with. We'll have a see. We'll see if we can find a decently good side team just to show it off in the next match, but let's see how we perform here. Now, of course, Roger Odin are notorious for dealing a lot of damage very quickly. So the way that I kind of think of it in my head is that if we're able to sustain damage from the first wave of attacks of Roger and Odin, I feel like we'll probably win the match. But let's see how things go here. Kizaru starting things off, doing a little bit of damage, nothing too crazy. Yamato just missing out on the special activation there. Big Mom is probably just going to miss out, but there we go. We do get the Whitebeard is going to come in now. Lots of damage coming in from Odin. Luckily, Odin did launch before the Roger went, because Roger obviously does a lot of debuffs. This guy does health cuts and stuff, but what's his actual buffs like? Wow, that's actually pretty substantial. Oh, it's because Dofi gives him a bit of a buff too. So we're already taking a lot of damage, as we said. It looks like we are going to lose a lot of characters here when Roger goes for his attack. So we do get the Moria to go, and it looks like we are going to lose Big Mom, we're going to lose Jozu, and probably Moria as well. Oh, we just kept the Jozu though. So all of our characters are going to come in now. Remember, Yamato coming in though. Boom, look at that, 10k damage, over 10k damage to 2 characters. Remember, Yamato always targets 2 characters when she launches her special, which is so good. Sober Mask is ready to go though, but unfortunately the timer isn't really in his favor right now, so he's not going to do as much damage as he normally would. Still getting the KO on Kizaru and doing a lot of damage along the way there, which is actually very good. At least when Whitebeard launches, he will do damage. He's going to do a health cut and 1x his attack. Boom, there we go, and now we're just left with Roger, and at this point, I don't think there's anything this guy can do in order to get this win. Yeah, that's pretty good. Another win. You know, it was a little bit scary, but that's the way Roger and Odin teams go. They do lots of damage very quickly, but if you're able to sustain it, you can hit back. They don't really have that many good defensive strategies, and then we get the win. So that was also another really awesome showing. Yamato doing crazy amounts of damage to the enemy. Okay, as I promised, we're going to give you guys a side team. Now, the big problem that I see here immediately is Wano Law. Wano Law has that really annoying effect of debuffing Powerhouse and Driven characters. I know he reduces their CT. I don't remember exactly what else. Maybe it's speed or something. I can't remember exactly, but Wano Law is a pain to deal with if you have Powerhouse or Driven characters. And all of our characters are Powerhouse or Driven, so that obviously is a bit of an issue. So we do have some CT still active because we have I think it's level 5 from Big Mom and then level 3 from Moria. So at least that's kind of nice. But of course, the speed reduction is going to be a little bit of a problem, but we should be able to out-damage them, I feel. But we'll have to wait and see how that kind of goes. I am coming up against versus Shanks. I think this is actually the first time I've ever come up against a versus Shanks, even off recording as well. So that's going to be interesting to see how things go here. So let's see. Yamato is just missing out on the special. That really kind of hurts, but at least we get a bit of defense there from Whitebeard. That's going to help us out a little bit when we take a bit of damage from the enemy. Roger's coming in, going to debuff some of our characters. Who's getting the debuffs? Wow, everyone got hit with the debuffs. That is ridiculously unlucky, man. 1,000 fixed damage coming in from Shanks as well. We get Big Mom doing some damage, though. Let's see what she does. Okay, not really that much, of course. She does more damage the less time remaining. Wano Law does more fixed damage, just so much fixed damage, but at least Mori is going to come in now with reducing the stats of 3 of our characters there. Jozu's going to do some fixed damage as well. Things are looking okay, but unfortunately, Yamato literally hasn't launched yet, so that's really hurting us right now. We're getting a lot of defense reduction, which is really bad. At least Whitebeard will have a lot of defense himself, and then more damage coming in from the Rebecca and Toy Soldier. It would really be nice if Yamato could please launch a special. It's been 50 seconds, and this is the first activation. At least she got the double KO. That's really good to see. That's what I love to see. It's below 50 seconds. Whitebeard's going to actually do damage now. Okay, not too bad, not too bad. But now we're looking at a little bit of a weird situation. They're about to get their specials active. Shanks does a lot of damage as well when they're below 50 seconds as well. And then we go with the NL KOing the Jozu. But now NL's going to give our team some nice defensive buffs, which is good to see at least. Yamato is going for another attack, giving us some more damage there. And then we get the Rebecca, which did KO Big Mom, but we have a lot of CT increase now, which is nice. Let's see. This is going to hurt. Oh, we're just staying alive. Just barely staying alive. And Yamato, it looks like, just will miss out once again on activating a special. If Sobermask does launch a special, that's going to be so good. But I think at this point, it looks to be a W because we've got the double KO, and it's over. Boom. There we go. And Sobermask would have done another hit of damage there because it's below that certain time threshold. So there we go, man. Even though I was really scared of those side teams, and they can be kind of scary, especially if you're running an int-based team. If they had Germa 66 on the enemy side of the field, I probably wouldn't have challenged it. We would have got defense reduction, we'd have got Wano Law's debuffs. That could have been a bit of a problem. And I do think, honestly, if Germa 66 was on their team instead of Shanks, we probably wouldn't have won that match. And there it is, guys. That is the current breakdown right now of Yamato in PvP. And I'm definitely looking forward to using this character once the Super Evolution of Yamato makes their appearance on the 12th of November, 1900 PST time. Very, very much looking forward to that one. But that is going to wrap up this video today. Really hope you guys have enjoyed the video. And if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all of the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.